So what are we? Okay, so that's it for the hyoid arch muscles. Okay. And then there's the branchial arch muscles. And the branchial arch muscles include dorsal superficial branchial constrictors, which are this whole series of muscles here that, again, for some of you got a little torn up when you were skinning, but they're all here. And then there's also a whole series of ventral branchial constrictors that look similar, but on the ventral side. So all these guys here. The superficial ventral branchial constrictors, like that. Okay. What else? If we look dorsally, you can see, if I put this chunk back anyways, you can see this muscle that belongs there. Smooth it down. There's a kind of a triangular shaped muscle that sits kind of right in here. Exactly right in there. This triangular shaped muscle is hooking onto back here this cartilage of the pectoral girdle, which is the scapular process that's sticking up. And this is called the cucularis muscle. Okay. Here. Here's the scapular process sticking up, and this is that little triangular muscle that sits there. That's the cucularis. So there's scapular cartilage, cucularis. And the cucularis is homologous with the muscle in us called the trapezius, which is basically doing the same thing. It's attaching onto the pectoral girdle, onto the scapulae. So we'll follow that one along. That's cucularis. Then there's some muscles associated with the branchial arches that are kind of deeper and harder to find. So what I did is I removed this whole chunk of epibranchial musculature so people could get a really good view of this. You don't necessarily have to do that on your chart. What you do need to do is separate the cucularis and levator hyomandibulae away from the epibranchial muscle and kind of look under it. And if you do that, what you can see is in this region, let me do this way, there's some thin slips of muscle that run along like this. And what we're doing is we're looking down on the top of the branchial arches. Do you remember what cartilage is the top piece of each branchial arch? Remember there's 5 from top to bottom. So there's, it starts with a P. The pharyngobranchials, yeah. So the pharyngobranchials or pharyngobranchials, depending on who you talk to, are those top pieces. And they kind of angle back. So this is a pharyngobranchial. This is another one. You can see these muscles running across between one pharyngobranchial and the next. And those are the dorsal interarcuals. So here's the pharyngobranchials running along, and those are the muscles. There and there, the dorsal interarcual muscles. Okay. You guys, there's pharyngobranchials, and these are the dorsal interarcuals.
That's actually the cartilage, right?
Right there.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you can see it. So then there's also a muscle a little more laterally, and where the pharyngobranchial connects to the epibranchial element, there's a muscle that spans that joint, and that's called the lateral interarcual. So if you look in, damn tail, stay. Okay, these little guys here, do you see those? In here, those are the lateral interarcuals. Even with this gone, it's a little hard to get people to see. But right in here, there's a series of muscles. Can you see that at all? No. It's hard to point and have you see at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Right in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Those are right in here, this whole series. Those are the lateral interarcuals.
So how are those different from the dorsal ones?
The dorsal ones run in between successive pharyngobranchials, like the first and the second pharyngobranchial. The lateral ones run within each arch between the pharyngobranchial and the epibranchial.
Okay.
And they're more lateral. Surprising. Okay. The other muscles that we want to look at, we have to actually open up one of the branchial pouches to do that, and looking where the gills are. And each branchial pouch is separated from the next by this septum or partition called the interbranchial septum. And that's what the gills are lying along. If you scrape those gills off, you can see these little rays that run out through there, through the interbranchial septum of cartilage, and those are the gill rays that we saw on the skeleton, or kind of saw anyway. And then there's also some muscle fibers in there. And they're kind of hard to see, but I'll try to show you. But in here, you can see some gill rays running along, and then you can see some muscle fibers that run like this, where I'd scrape the gill away. And you may need to come and just take a look on your own. You get a little bit better view. But here are the rays running like this, and those are the muscle fibers running like that.
So the gill that you scraped away was the little pink bits?
Yep, the pink is the
Okay.
gill because it got full of red latex when they injected the arterial system. Tail. So in here, there's the gill. I scraped it away in here, and you can see the gill rays like that, and then this muscle running